Big Local's a project which aims to empower local people here in Gateshead to look at what changes they think need to happen in the local community to make it a better place. We have teams, Derwent Water and Racecourse Estates, and the work involves people and organisations from all three areas. It's about working with local people to identify what issues or needs there are in the local community, and basically working with local people to give them the skills and the confidence to respond to those needs and issues they may have identified, and ultimately for the local area to be a better place.
Every time that we actually sort of go out to consult people, I think it's important that we actually do that consultation, we actually engage with people and actually listen to what they say and take that on board. I think all too often public bodies in the past have gone out on sort of paper-based consultation exercises and kind of taken a cursory notice of what local people have said, and I really think it's important that the opinions of local people are really taken seriously when we have a project of this nature.
The children's centre.
So do you think the children's centre is not?
No, because the council knocked down the Timeview school.
We've used various different ways of engaging with the local community. There have been surveys that have been carried out. There has been some consultation that's taking place as the project's gone along as well. So what we've found so far is that people have given us a range of ideas of different issues that are at play in the local community and things that they would like to see. Some people, when they've given us their ideas, perhaps that's the extent of their involvement in the project. They may not have the time, or they may not be able to give the commitment to really drive the project forward. But what we do have is a core of people who have given us that time and given us their energy really to kind of help take the work forward and respond to the issues that people in the wider community have given us.
There was a leaflet came through the door, like sort of about £1 million in the area, and it's just one of those like leaflet, £1 million, whatever, put in the bin. And then, yeah, when I went to the meeting to find out a lot more about it, and it is so it's a great opportunity, like sort of, it's people in the community getting to decide what they actually want to spend money on in their community. You get a lot of people's ideas, like sort of, people have got different experience, like sort of, working in a community sort of is different from living in a community, and sort of like having those 2 points of view to put together sort of allow you to bring something better than you would have done like sort of individually.
We're fortunate to get Big Local in Gateshead in these particular areas because it gives local people a chance to have their say about whether they feel there are really those issues and there are those problems in the local area. It might be that they feel completely different and they feel that they aren't problems for them in the local area, and also they choose how to tackle things in the local area and they choose what improvements they want to see in the local area.
The vision for Big Local Gateshead is about bringing local people together, people who are passionate about the area, who can make a positive difference to the area in a way that'll have a not just make a difference for today and tomorrow, but into the future as well. There's environmental things we want to do, making a difference to the way this area looks, and we've got our sights on various bits of land where nothing's happening very much, and we think we can make a difference there. We can do things that will improve the area and give people opportunities in the area.
This place was a park a good few years ago, but it's just been left a wreck and ruin, and it has people just setting fires and things, and it's all overgrown, as you can see, but could probably have quite good potential for another playground or play area, or I'm sure it could have many uses if it was used properly.
It's just an open space that's wasted, so why not make it nice so all the people can just step out with their doors and pop across? And whether they help to keep it nice, I don't know if that's something, because when you look now with council handing everything over, including libraries to people just to run free, and the park could be something similar where they have a part to play in keeping it nice.
Definitely getting down, so I've been helping.
But it could be a project for young people where they could change the way the ground is, you know, and put flower beds in and things like that. And that could take months, you know. And if you've got someone in charge of it that's doing it, where they're getting training out of it as well, it's well worth doing.
With the closure of schools and community centres, people are concerned that a lot of the local resources, the buildings and some of the services may be lost. What that gives us with Big Local an opportunity to do is to see, well, if these things are happening in your local area and some of these services and resources are being lost, what can we do then to address this? Can we work with you to create something new, to create some new community resources and to create some new services?
I think that the big issues affecting people's lives here are going to be about, are their jobs? Are the jobs that are available stable jobs? Are they going to give people a long-term life chance in terms of a livelihood?
A range of issues have started to come to the fore. These include things such as the need to work with young people, to give young people some new opportunities and some different kinds of chances in life, really, to do that in some creative and also some informal ways.
The issues seem to be around the fact there's not a lot to do. A lot of young people in the area, and they don't necessarily have the types of places that they want to go to.
Some more football fields and to keep to buy like skater parks and stuff, and like just get more stuff for what to do. There's only one park there and it's starting to get boring.
Gateshead Redcliffe has been going since 1957 in this community. We have 22 teams ranging from 5-6-year-olds up to 17s. What we develop, we develop the footballing side. Not every kid that comes here can be a Paul Gascoigne or a Donald Hutchison who played for Redcliffe. But if kids can come through our system and they leave here at 17 or 18, if they become better people for it, we've achieved our aim.
Something for the little girls, you know, where they could maybe come and, I don't know, get their hair and nails done, you know, like film nights, things like that. Boys, it doesn't have to be football, it could be like multi-skills sports, you know, anything that they're interested in, really. We've got the facilities, now we just need to be able to put a lot of different activities on in them facilities from ages, you know, 0, you've got your sure start, which do a lot of stay and play and things like that, but we need to stretch it right out, right up until the older generation, so there's something for everyone.
We can see, you know, that there's lots of things that elderly people don't have at the moment, activities and things which would be difficult for them to financially fund themselves, and as a project we don't have the funding to do it. So it would be brilliant if there's things which could do, maybe working across all age groups. It would be nice for the elderly to do some work working with the local schools. There's lots of ideas that they've got. Could work on a local history book, which would involve everybody at the day clubs, and it would be nice also to get out and bring more people in, get more elderly people involved in things. There may be things which are not done in day clubs, but actually out in other communal settings where we can go out and reach more people. So it would be nice to look at things and maybe able to do some little gardening projects with them.
We run arts projects with older people, and what's been so fantastic is this group of older women who haven't had any opportunities really to get involved in the arts in the past have made, had a fantastic time making a stained glass window for the local medical centre.
Sue took through every little step of it, you know. You didn't go in and find something else was done because everything that was done when we were there.
Yeah.
So we saw it was really interesting. I loved it because I've many times looked at a stained glass window and I thought, how on earth did manage to get that put together?
Yeah.
And then to find out how it was absolutely brilliant.
None of it got cut, and I mean, we're all old, and there wasn't no accident to anybody. We even learned how to solder, and we all worked together so that it wasn't sort of separated. You were all around the table, so everybody took part. And there was nobody left out, you know. You all had a little bit to do. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can still learn and do other things which you wouldn't normally even dare think that you could do, you know.
I think anything that brings the community together, and what's brilliant about the arts and a whole variety of arts is that it can, even if you haven't tried things before, it can open up whole new worlds to you. I think what's important is people, actually, and investing in people in the area. So I think there's a real opportunity with Big Local to enable people to try things out. I think that's important, rather than just assume that people want what they've already had. And I think it's good to try and be ambitious.
I think it's key to sort of engage as many people as we possibly can in as many activities as we possibly can. Ideas coming from the people in the area and being supported by the partnership as it's set up and whoever joins that partnership over time.
Crime in the local area has decreased over the last few years, but I think when we've talked to residents, there still are quite a lot of sort of fears around personal safety. Teams is separated by a motorway effectively, and to travel from one side to the other you either need a car or you go through some underpasses, and many people have flagged up I suppose concerns and worries really about going through those at different times of the day and especially at night.
When you stand here and you're going to go towards the subway, you can't see if there's anyone going to be underneath the subway, if there's anyone waiting at the other end, if there's anyone hiding anywhere around here. And to an elderly person, this is just not somewhere that they would like to be even through the day. Mirrors at the end so you can see around the corners would be good. New lighting so it's a lot brighter, so it's easier to see. And cleaned up, painted, freshened up with a bit of paint and things. But not with graffiti, because I think the graffiti just encourages more graffiti.
There's always issues about sort of this fear of being out on the streets on a night time, like sort of the subways come up time and time again, sort of as a dangerous place, and a lot of it's down to the fact that maybe people don't know the people who are walking through those subways, and if we've got an opportunity to sort of get people at events together and sort of getting to know each other, sort of build that sense of community again, I think it's something that we can challenge and sort of really start to get to grips with what the issues are in the area and start dealing with them.
I think this is a community which hasn't changed that dramatically compared to others, and I think that people need to realise that the people living next door to them aren't just people that live next door to them, but also are their neighbours. And you know, just pop in and give your neighbours a knock occasionally and see if they're okay.
We've got pretty much a blank slate in terms of what kind of projects we can run, what kind of changes we can make in the local area. I think one of the key things for us is to really try to do something a little bit different. We've seen some projects in the area that have worked in the past, and we've seen some that have failed. And I think Big Local and Gateshead is a chance for us to be quite bold and to do something quite creative and something that local people will hopefully understand and will support.
In order to get this going, in order to make it happen, we've got to have a clear plan of how we're going to develop the things that we want to do. We are working on a strategy at the moment, and then we need to have a plan. The plan will include things like how it is we work together, how people can make bids in for for bits of money to do things in the community.
Within the community, they might have come up with a totally...
People have had different ways of trying to allocate funds to projects, and one of them was Dragon's Den, which I went to, which I thought was a good idea, where people could come and present themselves and their project and see, and try and sell themselves to, and then we would see which ones were the best.
Looking at how we can help develop people, give them the skills, give them the experiences, to enable them to get jobs for themselves and to do things in the community.
There's various projects that are really in their infancy at the minute, where we've been working with the elderly. That we're trying to get something started with young people that don't normally engage, and give them better chances in life. And big open spaces that aren't being used, and see if there's something we could do for the local people that they would enjoy and use.
The vision for Big Local in Gateshead, from Gateshead Council's perspective, is very much around those shared objectives of engaging local people and to creating an environment where local people shape the services and the environment around them. To give a sense of cohesion and a sense of community, to raise the spirit and to raise aspirations, and to allow people to kind of reach for the stars, to look at those aspects of the challenges in their daily life, and to find some real solutions, some lasting solutions.
I think this is such a real opportunity for this area. I know £1 million over 10 years is going to make a big difference. I know in a sense it's £100,000 a year, and in the scale of things that's not a lot of money, but we can use that. We can use that money to draw in other resources. We can use it to stimulate the little things that make a difference. That's what we want to do.
If it's used well, like that money it can outlive the 10 years if it's invested, if there's opportunities sort of like that. We can match funds and sort of invest in, like, whether it be property in the area or sort of people in the area to sort of increase opportunities for jobs and support, bringing more money into the local economy. We should try as hard as we can to sort of facilitate that. I just hope that sort of when people see what we're doing, they want to get involved and sort of see that it is a great chance to really make a difference in the area.
What we found in Big Local in Gateshead is that people have been very forthright in terms of like giving us ideas and comments and their contributions in terms of what they think should happen in the local area. For Big Local in Gateshead to be a success, we need to build on the goodwill of local people. We need to tap into their passion and their enthusiasm for the local area, and that'll be the key to the success of Big Local in Gateshead over the next 10 years.